Hey folks, Dr. McCarthy, author of the book, The McCarthy Method, Unlock the New You. And I want to talk to you today for a couple of minutes on the book. Who needs this information? And there's a ton of folks out there who are dealing with chronic health problems and have been everywhere. They've tried everything. They've gone to dozens of different doctors, given different medications, and feel that it's hopeless. And my job in writing this book was to show everyone that it's not hopeless. There's lots of reasons to be hopeful, but you've got to figure out what your problems are. And that's where we come in. That's where this book comes in. So I'm going to put a link down below so you can go to my website and you can look at the book and you can order the book. You know, I'd be honored if you did. But what's most important is that you take this information and take action. And that's what we do here in our office. We see folks. I spoke with a nice gentleman today who's been dealing with health problems for over 10 years. And he's been to all kinds of specialists. And he even, bless his heart, flew up to, he lives here in North Carolina, flew up to the Mayo Clinic and spent, a boatload of money. Spent like a week up there getting all these fancy tests done. And they told him, we can't find anything wrong. I said, sure, did you get a food sensitivity test done? He said, no, what's that? It's a huge test. We talk about this in here. One of the main things that we talk about here is foods, the foods that you're eating. And the foods have a profound impact on your overall health. And that's why people can slowly have their lives slipping away. People just don't wake up one morning feeling horrible. But it's like over time, they just get worse and worse. You're gaining weight. You're losing energy. You're not sleeping well. You're just losing interest in your activities. Depression, anxiety, lack of motivation. So who needs this information? I'm going to show you here. Hopefully you can see this. I think we can actually take the slide and maybe put it up underneath in the comment section. Would we be able to do that? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So all the chronic health conditions, they have common threads. And that's what we talk about in here. Sugar consumption, toxins, intermittent fasting, exercises, the importance of choosing the right food. And the right food is different for everyone. That's why we run the food sensitivity test. I can give you a list and say, here's a great diet to follow. Eat these foods, avoid these foods. But if your body is reacting to some of the foods that this list says that you should eat, you're not going to get well. So we run the food test. And we get a genetic blueprint of what your body is having a reaction to. When you eat these foods, even if they're so-called healthy foods, if it creates inflammation inside your body, you're going to wind up with some of these things. So I'm not telling you that I treat these health problems. I don't treat these diagnoses. What we do is we treat people. It's very different than traditional healthcare, who treats diseases with pills that do nothing. People that have thyroid conditions, they benefit greatly from the information in this book. Type 2 diabetes, one of the fastest growing conditions that we have in this country. We talk about sugar, the hidden sugars, the different names of sugars, a low glycemic diet, intermittent fasting, all things that can help people with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Peripheral neuropathy, very frequently tied in with blood sugar issues. Vertigo, balance disorders, insomnia, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, chronic pains. Take this book, implement what's in the book, and we see people's pain cut down significantly. IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, Alzheimer's, depression, anxiety, dementia, migraines, chronic headaches, ADD, ADHD, spectrum disorders. We see these metabolic imbalances, and if you don't have the proper blood work done, you're never even going to know if you have any of these things. And we don't look at, the normal ranges on labs. We look at the optimal ranges on labs. So we're looking for things like anemia, thyroid dysfunction. And a thyroid panel is not just TSH. TSH isn't even a thyroid hormone. And if your doctor doesn't know that, it's time to find a new doctor. Blood sugar, adrenal gland issues, hormone imbalances, autoimmune issues, hidden infections. Found a fella today, we went over his blood work with him, and he's got an H. pylori infection. Can't understand why he's got stomach issues and indigestion and can't lose weight, but his doctor never even ran an H. pylori test. Food sensitivities, we talked about that already. Chronic inflammation, hormone imbalances, and of course, neurological issues. The big thing that we see here is brain fatigue, brain fog. This guy that I spoke to today, who went to the Mayo Clinic, 10 years he's been dealing with this. He says he can't even think. He used to remember numbers for a living, and he had things memorized. He says he can't do that anymore. He's not even working now. So, this is where we're starting off with him, and I'm fully confident that we're going to be able to help him get back to the point where he can go back to work because he feels good enough to do it. So, if you or someone you know and love are dealing with these kinds of issues, been everywhere, tried everything, can't get results, you need to get the book. Start here. Always, feel free to call my office. We can set up time for a free 15-minute consultation. We can do it over the phone. We can do it over video. Or if you live nearby, come on into the office. I'm here to help. And that's what this is enabling us to do, is to help more people by sending this book out all across the world. So if there's anything we can do for you, let me know. Thank you. Like this, share this, comment down below. God bless you.